Hi, this is Jake at Canadian Cutting Edge. Today I'd take a look at a very nice multi-tool knife from Sanrenmu. This is the 7095. It's a slip joint knife with a less than 3-inch blade, multi-tool. So if any of those things interest you, come on down to the tabletop and let's take a good close look at this knife. A knife that I easily say I really, really like. So come on down. Here we have the knife up close. Start off with the Sanrenmu logo right there. A nice looking knife. I'm going to start off, I don't usually do a size comparison, but this is the Sanrenmu 7010. So you can see it's very much the same size as the 7010. Because chances are very high that if you've got a Sanrenmu knife, you've probably got a 7010. So let's put that away. The 7095. SUC-GX-T4. The first thing that I want to cover is that there is another knife called the 7095 that Sanrenmu makes, and it's significantly different from this knife, and it is the 7095 LUC. The LUC is different in the shape of the handle a bit, and it does not have any of these multi-tools. So it's quite a different beast. So if you're looking at the 7095 online, make sure if you want this one with the multi-tools, you're looking for SUC. 795-SUC. These are all -G something, GV, GL, GX-T4. So it's a complex kind of name. There's 3 different models of this. This is obviously the camo version. They've got one that's an apricot color. It's a very fine checker pattern that looks sort of brownish. And then they've got a reddish checker pattern one that they call claret. And those are the 3 different models, the 3 different color versions that you have. I like the camo version, so I got the camo version. Let's start off by talking about this blade. It's a slip joint to start with. It's a very firm slip joint. Once it's in its spot, it takes a fair bit of power to make it come loose. So as far as slip joints go, this one is very good. You can see a bit of a recurve there on this blade, a nice hollow ground, flat area here in case you have a clamping mechanism like the Lansky sharpening system to sharpen your knives. The steel, I have not had confirmation from Sanrenmu, but most of their smaller knives are made with 8CR14 MOV. I'm going to assume that this one is the same. If I hear different, I'll put it in the description below. And if I hear different by the time I post this, I'll put it right in an annotation as well. This one is a Windrunner design. I really like their Windrunner design knives. They've got quite a series of them. I like them better than the Liang Gang designs, at least for these smaller knives, the knives that are about the size of the 7010. And so that's the blade, and that talks about the blade. There's some really nice, very effective jimping at the top. It's just square cutout, no rounded parts at all. You put your thumb on there, and you've got a lot of really good control with this knife. When you've got wood on the edge, it's not going to fold on you. So this slip joint has been done, as I said before, very, very well. I really like it a lot. Again, it takes a bit of power to get it to close again. Let's talk about centering first. The blade centering on mine is just slightly off to my left. It's, it doesn't touch anywhere. It's got very little room, so it's not off by much at all. It's a very tight fit that they've got there, very close tolerances. They've only got one thumb stud. I wish they would have put it on the left. There's no reason they couldn't have. this clip is not too much in the way for you to be able to open the knife. And as you can see, using my left hand, I can open it up. I'm ambidextrous, so here I am showing that I can open this knife with a fair degree of safety with just my left hand. It's not a big problem. And right now I've got a sore thumb there, so I can still show you how to open it with the right hand. But that's the thumb stud. I really wish they would have put it on both sides. I really like how the thumb stud is not proud of the G10. I don't know why, but I've been coming across knives lately where the thumb stud sticks out past the edge of the knife. And I just really don't like that. Here, I can put this flat edge on there, right on the G10, and you can see that there is room to spare in there. The thumb stud is... Oh, sorry about that noise. The thumb stud is in a nice place. I'd like it to be a little deeper. I'd like it to be both sides. The carry clip there is really, really nice. It's a full, it's a really deep carry. These screws don't come in too much of the way for the small knife to be a nice deep carry. The clip is very strong, very functional. I really like it. I wish they would have put the option to put it for tip-up carry. That would make this thing just shine. Then they definitely could have done the 2 thumb studs. I would have been very, very happy with that. The G10 has got a really nice texture. It's really easy to hold, very grippy, very comfortable, and yet not annoyingly textured. Like sometimes G10 just either feels too rough and it gets smooth over time, or often G10 is a little bit too smooth. This stuff is just the way I like it. Very, very well done. The shape and style of the knife. It looks great to me. I think this arching back, a smooth arch, looks really, really nice. The cutouts that they have for the blade, my hands just sit really well in there. This first choil, there's a very small little middle finger choil, and then your third finger choil right there, and your pinky can do what it wants over there. It's a really comfortable fit in my hand, either left or in the right hand. I really, I don't get any hot spots during use, and I whittled a lot of wood with this knife. This little bit of a recurve here, and then this huge belly for the size of the knife is just, it whittles and cuts just fine. It's a great knife to have with you going camping or whatever. I didn't finish telling you everything about the blade, did I? 2.6 inches, which is 6.6 centimeters of cutting edge that you have. When you close the knife, that's 9.5 centimeters, 3 3/4 inches. When you open the knife, it's like 6.3 inches, 16.2 centimeters. So it's not a huge knife. It's not a small knife. Well, it might be a small knife. It's a very good sized knife. It weighs only 76 grams, 2.7 ounces, just over 2.5 ounces. Feels really nice in the hand. These tools are also slip joint, but they've got a very definitive click when they're in place. So I really like that about them. So they're not locked in place, but they hold really well. So you've got a flat edge there. You can also use that to pry with, so you've got no excuse. Don't use the blade to pry. The can opener works just fine. It's got the finger nick there to open that. And then on the other side, we've got a cutter. So a belt cutter, a cord cutter, and this end works really well for a Phillips number 2. So you've got that at the tip. You can't put a lot of torque on it because it is really a flat piece of steel and it doesn't really engage all 4 points on a Phillips. Then you've got your tungsten tipped glass breaker. So many glass breakers on more expensive knives are just steel. Sanrenmu has gone to the trouble of making a tungsten tip on there. Even their support staff, when I first wrote them and asked them what they put on the top of their glass breakers, their junior support staff didn't have any idea that it was there. So I sent them a good close-up picture and asked them. And so they went and talked to the engineers and said, no, it's not carbide, it is tungsten. So a very good choice for glass breaker there. And you'll find that on a lot of Sanrenmu knives, as I mentioned before. So it's a really nice knife. All the screws here are Torx. I don't have the sizes handy. That's really not important on a review. Just the fact that it is Torx. If you're a knife collector, you will have a good set of Torx screwdrivers, or at least you should have. At least that's my opinion anyways. It's got a G10 backspacer that goes along with this G10. So as a whole, this knife fits really well in the hand. It's great for a glove box. It's nice for a pocket, fairly discreet carry. You know, it's not as thin as the 7010. So if you really want a discreet small knife, you know, that Sanrenmu is number one for obvious reasons. I've mentioned that a lot of times. But if you want one that has these multi-tools, I cannot say enough of the 7095. Again, remember, look for the 7095 SUC instead of the LUC. I might end up buying an LUC model, and if I do, I will show both to compare them. But this is a really top-notch knife. I very highly recommend it. It's $9.70 at GearBest right now. This is July 2016. It's been a little bit higher. It's been a little bit lower. Some of the best $10 I've ever spent. Remember, friends, subscribe to my videos so you'll see all of them when they come out. Click that thumbs up to like. And if you have any comments whatsoever, any questions, please put them below. And always remember, cut towards your chum and not your thumb. That hurts. No, it doesn't really hurt. It's almost better. Have a good day, guys. Bye now.